We thought we were going there to camp, but instead we stepped straight back into 1866, and it all started with a flat tire.
We are Terry and Cindy O'Keefe, and we've been camping together for more than 45 years, and we invite you to join us as we share our latest RVing experiences and adventures.
So the plan for this trip was a visit to two of the campgrounds in the St. Lawrence Park Commission.
Now, we do try to follow our advice before we head out on a trip and check our tire pressures, and in this instance, we were really glad we did. That tire closest looks a little bit low. Try to do this one-handed here. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, I think we've found the culprit. There's a nail stuck right in it. Getting that tire repaired may have set us behind a couple of hours, but peace of mind was restored as we set out for Woodlands Campground and a historically unexpected highlight of the trip,
Upper Canada Village. Are you ready? Did you bring anything? Did you bring anything? You're thirsty already?
Exit the roundabout onto Perth Street.
You would think that during a side trip to get a tire repaired, you'd also remember to get gas. But you'd be wrong. Rookie mistake.
In 3 kilometers, take exit 1 toward Ontario 401 Est, Ontario 16 Sud.
It's like a clear blue sky up there, but it's raining months.
Take exit 770.
This guy on the motorcycle could not have picked a worse spot to try and get out of the rain.
Woodlands Campground is located on the Long Sault Parkway, just west of Cornwall, right on the banks of the St. Lawrence River.
Turn right onto Long Sault Parkway.
As we turned onto the Long Sault Parkway, we entered a part of the province that dramatically changed in the late 1950s.
The parkway links 11 small islands formed when the area was flooded to build the St. Lawrence Seaway. That project tamed rapids, deepened the shipping channel, and reduced the number of locks from 21 to 7, allowing large freighters to travel the river. It also included a massive hydroelectric dam that actually connects Ontario and New York. But there was a cost. 10 Ontario towns here were flooded and lost. More than 6,500 people were relocated.
Your destination is on the right.
You're in my way, silly dog. So there is a partial burn ban in effect. We can have a fire from 8 to 10 in the morning and 5 to 8 in the evening.
Okay.
And we get 2 free tickets for Upper Canada Village.
Cool. Woodlands Campground has 184 sites, most with hydro and a few that are waterfront. Our site had electrical and water hookups, a very nice view of the river, and was right next to one of the 2 beaches located directly in the campground. And while I took Ranger out for a walk, Terry worked to try and get the stairs leveled and stable on the very sloped site. The next next day, we explored the campground further.
Getting hot, buddy?
Oh, yeah. The camp store and office was stocked with snacks, firewood, ice cream, and some parts of the St. Lawrence swag.
And right across the road from the campground entrance is Woodlands Beach. Campers have free access to the beach that overlooks New York State across the St. Lawrence River. Hey, how you doing?
Good, sir. You?
Good.
Are you camping? Yeah? Okay, awesome. Just make sure to put it up on your dash whenever you park, just so we know that, well, the park rangers know you're supposed to be in there, but you're all good to go.
Fair enough, thank you.
Of course.
Just across from Woodlands Campground is Woodlands Beach.
Huge day-use picnic area here.
Little spot to play some beach volleyball. And just make out under the trees here. There's lots of geese in there. And that also means you gotta watch where you're stepping. Where there's lots of geese, there's also a lot of goose poop about.
Okay, enough goose poop. Let's get to the best part of the trip.
Well, I wanted people to be forewarned if they go there. It actually, the highlight of the trip turned out to be those free tickets we got for admission to Upper Canada Village. Founded in 1961, Upper Canada Village is one of the largest living history sites in Canada. Depicting life in rural English Canadian setting during the year 1866, it features more than 40 historic buildings, many of which were moved here prior to the flooding of the lost villages during the St. Lawrence Seaway development. I'd been here 60 years ago as a kid, but remembered nothing.
And I had never visited, so we were both in for a surprise.
How much did that save us?
This is $25
Each.
Yeah, good deal.
Thank you.
We arrived just before the opening, and because we already had our tickets, there was no waiting.
We're the first.
We are the first.
I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, I don't know where I'm going, but I'll follow the map. Many taverns offered livery services and had an adjoining barn to stable horses and store hay.
Thank you, sir.
A few tough doors on the end.
So these are headstones that were actually moved from a cemetery that was flooded when they built the dam in the St. Lawrence Seaway project. The pastor's house.
This house was built in 1848 for the Lutheran pastor of Williamsburg, after the former pastor had converted to the Anglican Church. And he took the house the Lutherans had given him to live in, and he also used their church for his Anglican services and kicked the Lutherans out.
Tin shop, the way it would have been run in 1866. We make all the shiny bits you see here. A few of them are actually pieces, museum pieces that are 150, 160 years old. They've been sent here so that we could recreate them.
So you go into all these really cool buildings, but you never know if there's actually somebody in there. It startles you.
Robertson House, the home of George Robertson, and he was a businessman in the area, so it's an upper middle class home.
Where did this house originally come from?
West of Cornwall, I believe. And the wallpaper in that room is actually original to the house.
So this wallpaper is 200 years old.
Yes, and it has lead, mercury, and arsenic.
Lead, mercury, and arsenic. Wow. You've got one of the warmer jobs today.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Cook's Tavern you're visiting. Hotel and tavern, home to the Cook family as well as their business. So we were on the stagecoach line. Travelers would be stopping here to come in, rent a room, get something to eat. Men on the tavern men on the tavern side drinking. Ladies in the ladies' parlor, which is the tongue room off our dining room. We do follow historical recipes. All the recipes we use are published prior to 1866, as that's the year we represent here at the village. Upstairs are the rooms that were available to rent, and the front room is a ballroom where we actually have music going on right now in front.
Dry goods, groceries, post office and bakery, and another hotel.
What was that used for?
Multiple things. You could use it for, number one would be as a rat poison. The second use you could do for it, if you had really, really microdoses of arsenic, you would use that to cure chronic illnesses. Does it work? I don't know.
This brought me up to the souvenir store. A lot of people like to take it.
They make their bread from an original recipe that's got the pork fat or something in it.
Oh.
Let's see if I got that correct. Located about halfway through the village is the Harvest Barn, in case you've worked up an appetite or thirst.
The horses would go around and see where the logs are? Yeah, that's a saw. That's amazing.
It's easy to spend a day here. Today it's very hot. It's like 40 with the Humidex. So.
And what are you thinking about in the back of your mind?
That Ranger's in the trailer with the AC on. But what if it comes off?
Exactly. How long does it take to make the cut here today?
One pass takes 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
It's actually 15 minutes to cut, 5 minutes to run it back.
Oh, it's a woolen mill. Very cool. We've been to a lot of these types of historical settlements. This is the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's even better because we tend to go off season and you don't get the the history from characters who are doing the period costumes.
Yes,
So,
dear.
yeah, this is good.
Did you want to get a coffee here?
Yeah, coffee to go.
You don't want to sit outside and enjoy it? Why don't you want to sit outside and enjoy the coffee?
I want to get back to my dog.
At the exit is another small restaurant and large souvenir shop. This is also where you can buy the bread that was made just hours earlier in the wood-fired stone ovens of the village bakery.
That one, you got all we can. So the rest of it's done.
On the drive back to the campground, we passed numerous RVs waiting to use the only dump station shared by 2 campgrounds. Something to keep in mind when departing.
I can hear the air conditioning running. Hello there. What are you doing?
You have a sleep?
You don't look any of the worse for wear.
No, you're nice and cozy.
Your mother was so worried about you. What are you doing? Come here. Are you my good boy?
The next day, Terry headed out to visit the Robert H. Saunders generating station on the Canadian side of the Robert Saunders Power Dam, a key piece in the creation of the St. Lawrence Seaway.
R.H. Saunders Generating Station Visitor Center. Okay. Power Dam Visitor Center. First left. The Visitor Center has staff and displays to explain how the dam was created and how it works. Doesn't look it. That dam's a kilometer long. Right, dead center is the international border. On the American side, the power goes to New York. Canadian side, it goes to Ontario.
So, like I said, in total, we create about 1,045 megawatts. 1 megawatt is enough to power about 800 to 1,000 average-sized Canadian homes. So, the top half here is called the head pond, and the bottom half here is called the tail brace. So, there's about a 30-meter drop in between.
Oh, that high. Okay.
Yes. And so, coming through this dam every single second is 7,500 cubic meters of water.
Every second?
Every second, which is the equivalent of 3 Olympic swimming pools. Yeah.
Inundation Day.
To carry out the carefully controlled flooding that created the dramatic man-made change in geography we now call Lake St. Lawrence.
It also has displays related to nuclear power generation.
Just before we wrap up this episode, we wanted to give you just a bit more information on the parks of the St. Lawrence campgrounds. There are 10 campgrounds in total, spread between Cornwall and Gananoque, with more than 1,500 sites combined. The St. Lawrence Parks Commission has some good resources online and a reservation system similar to Ontario Parks. We drove through the other 2 campgrounds on the Long Sault Parkway as well as 2 others nearby and thought we'd share a quick tour.
All these sites here have power. So as you drive down the Long Sault Parkway, it's just each of the little islands has all these beautiful little spots to stop for a picnic.
sites here right by the water don't have electricity, but the next row up does. Got hydro and water there.
So just some final thoughts. First, if you're a bit of a history buff or you just want to know what life was like here in Ontario 160 years ago, Upper Canada Village was authentic, immersive. Honestly, it was just awesome.
And the Woodlands Campground on the Long Sault Parkway was relaxing, enjoyable, and a great place to unwind. Goose poop and all. If you'd like to see more of the parks of the St. Lawrence, join us on our next episode as we visit the westernmost campground in the system. Camp under a bridge.
Sure you want that nice site right there?
Maybe not. Get targeted in a highly coordinated pinecone attack by a vindictive squirrel.
We're being bombarded by a squirrel. Oh! He's dropping pine cones from way up there.
You tell him, Ranger. Yeah, you tell him.
And tour the Thousand Islands. We hope you'll join us.